Hey everyone, let me introduce you to the Wimius G1 Google TV projector. This is a very handy and compact and portable little projector you can pretty much take anywhere with you that is surprisingly a powerful beast. This uses the Google ecosystem, and if you're used to Google TV on your smart viewing devices, then you'll know it is a brilliant little ecosystem. This has hands-free voice assistant remote control. You can do your Chromecasting. The G1 projector has a native 1080p resolution with precision glass lenses that deliver nice, bright, crystal clear visuals. It supports up to 4K video. Now this little projector also has auto adjustments. That means it auto focuses, Auto-Keystone corrects. So if you're ever shifting the projector, it'll immediately auto correct itself to get the best possible and straightened image for you. It's got lots of connectivity here. It's got Wi-Fi 6, two-way Bluetooth 5.2, HDMI ARC ports, has an AUX port, also has hands-free voice assistant, so you can speak to your remote control and it'll bring up whatever you are searching for. This also has Google Cast built into it, so you can stream your entertainment from your favorite apps or your phone, your tablet or your laptop to your projector. So we're going to take a closer look at the G1. If you're interested in this, check out the link that I am leaving for you in the video description. My name is John and this is Gel Reviews. Please subscribe. So this is the box that the Wimius G1 video projector comes in. And straight out of the box, you get the G1 projector and you get a box filled with some accessories. In the accessories box, you get a remote control, an easy to read quick start guide, an after sales card with FAQs inside, a power cable. In my case, it's an Australian standard plug, a HDMI to HDMI cable. And finally, you get a cleaning cloth and some cleaning sticks. And that is everything that comes with the Wimius G1 projector. So taking a look at the actual G1 projector, you'll notice on the front here, there is an infrared sensor. It says autofocus 1920 by 1080. Now this is a cover here, and that's the actual lens right there. Up on the top, you will see controller buttons here. There is a power button, OK, up, down, left, right, enter into a menu, and then there's a return button. Up on this side, we have the power cable entry, and you have a dust cover, and this is easily opened up like so. And you can remove the dust filter if you need to clean it. Up on the other side, there's just some air vents right there. Down on the bottom, it has 4 rubber feet. There is a threaded height adjuster, like so. And then you have a 1/4 inch threaded mount for, say, a camera tripod. You can remove these rubber feet. And you can use the threaded holes here for ceiling mounting options. Now on the bottom sticker here, you'll see model G1. Its power input is 100 to 240 volts and it consumes 110 watts of power. And on the rear of the unit, the first thing that you'll see is there are 2 large speaker openings. And in terms of the input ports, there is a USB port, a HDMI port, the infrared sensor, and then you have an AUX port right there. And that is the Wimius G1 projector. Now in terms of the controller that it comes with, it has the on-off switch right there. There is a microphone port. This is its source input, a speaker button, and you have various other buttons that are pretty typical on today's current smart TV controllers, including a couple of streaming services such as YouTube, Netflix, Prime Video, and then these are controller options there. The controller itself takes 2 AAA batteries. The batteries are not supplied with the projector. You will have to get your own. The dimensions of it are almost 26 centimeters long by 19.5 centimeters deep, 10 centimeters high. And the weight of the projector is 1,846 grams. So fairly light to cart around. Once you plug it in, then you can either turn it on from the remote control or simply via the illuminated blue button up on top. And it says pair your remote control. To pair the remote control, we're going to be pressing the arrow button and the home button for about 3 seconds. And we have a message that pairing was successful. Now when you're going through your initial setup, there is a QR code that you can scan there and get this set up with the Google Home app directly upon your phone, and it'll be a rapid way to set it all up. The first thing that it will do is upgrade to the most latest firmware. Now there is a little bit of a process of getting the G1 all updated and then setting up your Google TV account. And so this will take a few minutes when you're initially doing it for the very first time. Once you're up and running and you have logged into your Google account, the projector runs off the Google TV ecosystem. And this operates just like Google TV does across your various smart TVs, except it's upon the G1 smart projector. Now, if you want to access YouTube, you can simply access it very quickly with the shortcut button upon the remote control. And it will pop up with your most watched or most recently watched videos. Let's just go to one of my exploration videos, the underworld. And I can turn up my volume if I need to. And you can fast forward as well, just using the remote control. Now I can say honestly that the image is extremely crisp. I'm very pleased with the amount of brightness. It is said to be 1000 ANSI lumen. I can see it's extremely clear. I love the clarity that I am watching. If there's any issues with resolution upon the video, it's due to the way that it was recorded. But it is playing through 4K imagery through the G1 projector, no problem at all. It's actually really, really nice and crisp. Now, in terms of the speakers that are at the rear of the G1, I have to say that it actually is quite impressive. The sound coming through there is pretty rock solid. There's a good degree of bass. And if you're playing music through here, you can, I think, hear it no problems. Like if you're watching a movie, I think the sound coming through these two speakers is genuinely quite good. I'll just turn it up a little bit and you can hear vocals quite nicely also.
This is the Ernest Junction Railway Tunnel. And in this video, I'm going to take you here and show you a few other interesting places that make for a great local adventure. In fact, I had a blast doing this video and I hope you enjoy it too.
Yeah, so very pleased with the quality of sound output from these two speakers. Something else you can do is connect via Bluetooth a speaker system. If you don't want to use the speakers that are at the back of the G1, you can use your own Bluetooth speaker.
I was extremely intrigued to find absolutely no information whatsoever on this flight cross anywhere.
Yeah, very handy if this is what you want to use for your speaker system. Now let me just show you a bit of the settings upon the G1. When you go to hit settings, you have a few projector options. You have focus, and in there you can set your autofocus or manual focus, and you can even go to advanced if you wanted to autofocus upon startup. That's a really cool feature, the autofocus. You have image correction. You can do auto-keystone correction. And once again, they are extremely handy features. The advanced area looks like this. You got a Bluetooth speaker mode. You have advanced settings. You can choose what kind of projection mode, front ceiling, rear or rear ceiling. And then all settings. This is where you have a whole heap of other settings here, such as your internet connection, your account profiles, privacy, the apps that you're using, the system, including your casting options, system sound. If you want to add other Bluetooth accessories, for example, I've got the remote control added here and also the Mega Blast Bluetooth speaker. That is it. There's a whole heap of settings that you have upon the G1 Google TV ecosystem. Now, another really handy feature is on the remote control, there is a button here. You can press it and ask it to find you a video or something that you're after. So I'll press this. Find me a YouTube video on the BVRT. And lo and behold, my video comes up. And that's just a very handy feature of the Google TV system. You can speak and it'll find you pretty much any show or whatever you can normally search for upon a Google TV system. Now let me just give you an idea just how quick the G1 turns on. So it's off. We're going to be pressing the on button. And you can see It is extremely quick. So within about 3 seconds, the projector turns on and it is good to go. So that is extremely fast. Now keep in mind, there are various other ports on the rear of the G1. So if you do not have a Wi-Fi setup wherever you are using this projector, you can certainly plug in a USB and it will find, you know, whatever video file you are wanting to play straight from USB. You also have the HDMI port. So say you want to play a gaming system, for example, the PlayStation or something similar, you can plug it in via the HDMI and the G1 becomes your projector, punching out an awesome image. And you also have an AUX cable here if you want to have the sound coming out instead of the speakers here into some sort of headphones or another alternative speaker system. You can certainly do that with the AUX output. Now the quality of the speaker system at the rear, it supports Dolby decoding, and this actually really enhances the audio experience for the G1. Now a really favorite feature that I like about the G1 is the auto-keystoning and focus setup. Now if I was just to twist this image around just a little bit, what happens is it will go through a auto focus and keystoning adjustment. And that is simply brilliant how it does it all on its own. I've never seen that built into a projector system before. Really brilliant stuff. So my final thoughts on the Wimius G1 is I actually think it's quite a brilliant little projector. Running entirely off the Google TV system, there's no need to jump around between different sources or apps. Everything seems to stream really nicely through this little projector. I think it produced a crystal clear and really high quality, high resolution image. The sound quality, I was quite impressed with the two little speakers up on the rear of the G1 and the ability to be able to connect via Bluetooth to an external speaker if you wish is also an extremely nice touch. And the G1 also supports a lot of multi-user profiles. So, you know, that's the beauty of using this Google system. Whoever's viewing it can log immediately into their own account and not lose their watch list or their watch preferences. And I really like the fact how this auto corrects its focus or its keystoning anytime you shift it. That is simply brilliant and worked flawlessly. That is the Wimius G1 Google TV projector. All in all, a very, very handy and great system. At only $550, that is a really well-priced projector and you get good bang for buck. So if you're interested in the G1, I'll be leaving a link for you in the description of this video. Check it out. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you found the video helpful and I will catch you on the next one.